Hey guys, and welcome back to our channel. So for today's video, I want to talk all about baby number 2, specifically things that we're going to be doing a little different this time around. Those of you watching your second baby, you kind of learned a few things the first time around, saw what worked, what didn't. That's kind of what happened with us. Not entirely, like there's a lot of things that we liked how we did with Ocean, and we want to keep that up, and I can do another video on that if you guys want. Things that we're going to be repeating and continuing that worked, but there's a couple of things that just we felt like we could do better, we could improve, or just things that we wanted to completely change, or like no, we need to change it up. So yeah, that's what this video will be about. Hopefully you guys enjoy it and it's helpful. So I got my notes here. Okay, so probably the biggest thing that we want to change this time around is where I give birth. So a little backstory. So with Ocean, I always knew I didn't want to give birth in a hospital. I don't think there's anything wrong with giving birth in a hospital. Just for me personally, I wanted a different experience. So with Ocean, we wanted to do a birthing center. I wasn't too comfortable all the way doing a home birth with my first. So birthing center was kind of like a happy medium. Long story short, it didn't work out. So I still didn't want to do a home birth, so I went with a nurse midwife. So nurse midwife just means that they went through nursing school and then they went and did a specialization in midwifery. My midwife does the birthing in a hospital. I won't go into too much detail on like my experience, but basically I didn't have a great hospital experience. On the outsider's perspective, it might look like, yeah, you know, you had a vaginal birth. That's rare nowadays, which is crazy and a whole other like tangent. But there was interventions and there was things done to me that I wasn't totally okay with, and with Ocean, I wasn't like the postpartum, just the nurses and how we were treated with all the interruptions and all the tests and things like that. I just wasn't comfortable with, and that could have been just my experience or that particular hospital. Maybe you had an amazing like hospital birth and that's wonderful, but this time around I wanted something different. So this time around we're going to be doing a home birth. We prayed a lot about it, we talked a lot about it, and we just felt we didn't want the same experience that we had last time with Ocean, and we just wanted to be home. I'm a low risk, or you would consider a low risk pregnancy, so yeah, it just makes sense to be at home, to be comfortable. So many benefits to a home birth, so I would definitely encourage you, if you're thinking about it, to do some research, to talk to a midwife locally in your town and get more information. We are doing it with a local midwife. It's actually a mother and daughter, which is pretty cool. So I will have 2 midwives. I'm definitely educating myself a little bit different than I did with Ocean. I did read a lot of books about babies and birth and the whole process, what happens. So I know a lot about that, but there's other things that go into home births. So I definitely want to educate myself. There is one book that my midwife gave me that I just finished reading a couple weeks ago, and it was really great. It's called Babies Are Not Pizzas. They Are Born, Not Delivered. So this was actually written by a PhD nurse and professor, so it's not biased to home births versus hospital birth and this whole thing. I really like it because it gives you like evidence-based things, and unfortunately, and you can read this in the book, a lot of the things that hospitals do, have been doing for years and do nowadays, aren't based on actual evidence or scientific evidence, and which is crazy, and they're still able to do it, and we as mothers and as women are not informed, so we just kind of let that happen. I would say get the information and just know, like, be present and be part of your birth experience, because it's you who are going through it and it's your baby. The other thing that we're doing different is that we are not cloth diapering this time around. I know. So we were very adamant with Ocean that we wanted to cloth diaper, and we did. We cloth diapered her for, I would say, like 13, 14 months. And it had a lot of good things. Like, we, saved a lot on buying diapers. We didn't have to worry about, like, oh, go out and get diapers, this and that. Cloth diapers tend to be on the pricier side, but you just buy a certain amount, and you use that amount for as long as possible. Once it started growing, you might need to up a size, but overall it's a lot less than having to buy regular diapers. On the flip side of that, it was a lot of work for us, having to constantly be washing them, and then they would get stained and having to take the stains out. And it's just, there are people that are very successful at it. We were in part, but not enough to do it again. What we've been doing with Ocean is we switched over to Honest diapers, and that's what we've been using for the past, I'd say, 5 months, and it's going great. Yeah, Honest diapers. Again, you can just Google them, and if you don't know what they are, they're a like plant-based natural company. So some benefits for the Honest: they are made with plant-based materials. They're non-toxic, so they don't have bleach, chlorine, all of that. The only thing I would say, and I want to read a little bit more about this, is that they're not biodegradable. And there are some brands that are biodegradable. I don't have all the info, so I want to read up about it to see if we even want to switch. But as of right now, we like the Honest diapers. They absorb well. They don't give Ocean any rash. And yeah, and they're eco-friendly. So I breastfeed Ocean full time. I have since she was a newborn. But something that I didn't do right away, and I will be doing with baby number 2, is introducing the bottle earlier. So let me kind of just disclaimer here. With Ocean, I was home full time, and I'm still going to be home full time with this baby. So I kind of just got used to strictly breastfeeding, not having to use the bottle, and not really feeling like, oh, I need a break or anything. I was enjoying it. But then later on, as a couple months went by, I did want a break, and I did want to be able just to have the option of going somewhere for a couple hours and knowing that, okay, even when she gets hungry, she'll have milk there. Like, I don't need to worry about coming back right away. So with Ocean, we started using the bottle. We tried to introduce the bottle at 7 weeks, and it did not go well. Gag. She never liked the pacifier, so I don't know if it was a texture thing with like the silicone, I guess. Yeah, she did not take the bottle at all. So we tried for a few weeks, and basically she never has a bottle. She has never had a bottle. I definitely want to introduce the bottle sooner. At most 1 a day, just to get the baby used to having a bottle if we need it in the future. So the next thing is chiropractic care. So with Ocean, we've been adjusting her since she was 8 months, and this time around I'm being adjusted through my pregnancy, which has made a huge difference. So with babies, we actually learned from our chiropractor that you adjust them within 24 hours of being born. The biggest thing that gets affected through birth is a bone called the atlas bone, which is the topmost bone in your vertebra, and it's connected to like nodding and just the rotation and movement of your head. So clearly very important. Within 24 hours, it's good to get them adjusted so that it could be in alignment with the rest of their spine. So we're definitely going to be doing that this time around. The last thing we are not going to do is we are not going to sleep train. So with Ocean, we were very sure we wanted to sleep train. We even watched we did a course with Taking Care of Babies, which is a very popular sleep training method. And I did see a lot of good things about it. You know, just being able to fall asleep independently, all of that. And it's not a like cry out method, which I think is really good, because I wouldn't be able to just let them cry for hours and scream and not come to like my baby's, you know, aid. But something that we kind of struggled with was feeling that pressure of like, okay, they need to fall asleep on their own by like 8 weeks, and we ended up struggling a lot, and it just didn't work for us, you know. Some people have taken the course and their babies, you know, sleeping on their own and not feeding through the night by like 8 weeks, and I'm just like, power to you. But that was not the case with Ocean, and I don't want to put that pressure on this baby. So it's not that we're not gonna still have a routine, because I do like routines, and I see the benefits of that, and having like a schedule for the baby, and having them sleep in their bed and at a certain time, and I'm still planning on to do that, but not putting that pressure, and mostly following the baby's cues and their just natural progression, I think really worked for us better with Ocean. But yeah guys, that's all the things that we are going to be doing different with this baby. Just excited to meet him or her, you know, and I think this is gonna be, we have a lot of peace of mind with these changes and these decisions. So hopefully this video helps somebody out or gave you some ideas. If you have any questions or want to know more, just feel free to leave a question in the comments, or any suggestions. It's always open for you guys. Yeah, thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!